Hey, hi, hello, welcome back at another video of Soaring Commerce classes. My name is Sadiq Yam, lecturer in commerce. In this video, I'm going to be discussing some of the important questions for the second PUC Economics for preparatory and annual examination. Yes, dear students, I'm going to be discussing important questions for the economics second PUC for both preparatory and midterm examination. If you guys are going to be following this video questions means definitely you are going to be securing very good marks in the economics. Okay, first I'm going to be taking the 4 marks questions. The first question for the 4 marks is briefly explain the production possibility frontier. Second question, explain the central problems of an economy. Next, write a short note on market economy. Next, write a short note on centrally planned economy. Discuss how the family farm weaver teacher can use their resources to fulfill their needs in a simple economy. Next, explain the role of government and household sector, both developed and developing nations. Next, explain the working of an economy of a capitalist economy. Next, discuss the emergence of macroeconomics. Explain the indifference map with the help of diagram. Next, explain budget set with the help of diagram. Next, write the difference between total utility and marginal utility. Write the difference between substitute goods and complementary goods. Next, write the difference between normal goods and inferior goods. Write the difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics. Next, write the chart of government budget. Write a short note on balance of trade. Next, write a chart of component of current account. Next, write the chart of components of capital account. Briefly explain the functions of RBI. Write a note on legal definition of money. Explain the features of perfect competition. Explain the determinants of firm supply curve. Firm supply curve. So these are all the important 4 marks questions from graphical and theory oriented. Okay, so if you guys are going to be studying these 4 marks questions means definitely 9 questions, definitely these questions are going to be asking in the examination, both preparatory and annual examination. Next, which I have been taken is for the 4 marks problem. Okay, the 4 marks problem, the first problem which I have been taken is from theory of consumer behavior. So the question will be like this. Suppose an individual buys 15 apples at the price rupees 5 per apple, and if the price increases by rupees 7 per apple, she reduces her demand to 12 per apple. Find out the price elasticity of demand. This is the first problematic question from theory of consumer behavior. The second problematic question is also from theory of consumer behavior. Consider a market where there are two consumers and their demand for goods are different price level given as follows. Calculate market demand for a good. They will give like price D1 and D2. You need to calculate market demand. The next question which I have been taken from is from the chapter from theory under perfect competition. The question will be like this, problematic. The following table shows the total revenue and total cost schedules of a competitive firm. Calculate the profit of at each level, each output level, and determine the market price of that good. They will give like QS, TR, TC. You need to find out profit and market price. Okay, the next question which I have been taken for the 4 marks problem is from theory under perfect competition only. So the question will be like this. Assume that 200 balls are produced by the firm at the market price rupees 10 for each ball. When the price of ball rises to 30, firm produces 1000 balls. Find the price elasticity of supply. Next, consider market for cotton. Demand curve for the cotton is Q is equals to 200 minus P. Assume that the market consists of identical firms in which the supply of single firm is Q is equals to 10 plus P. At price 20, calculate equilibrium number of firms. So this question is from market equilibrium. The next question for the 4 marks which I have been taken is from determination of income and employment. The question will be like this. C is equals to 50 plus 0.8y and I is equals to 200 is the information given about a closed economy. So in the sub question, they will be asking us to calculate the equilibrium level of income. Suppose I increase by 250, find out the new equilibrium income. If you guys are going to be practicing this six problematic questions means definitely they are going to be rising at least one problematic question for the examination along with these theory questions. Okay, along these theory questions you need to learn these 4 marks problematic questions. Okay, the next which I have been taken is 6 marks. Okay, so the first question is from theory of consumer behavior. Explain the law of diminishing marginal utility with the help of table and diagram. The second question also from theory of consumer behavior. Explain the optimal choice of consumer with the help of diagram. And the next question also I have been taken from theory of consumer behavior only. Explain the movement along with demand curve and shift in demand curve. Next, again, the question from theory of consumer behavior. Analyze the point of elasticity along with linear demand curve. So these 4 questions are very important from theory of consumer behavior. One of the question is going to be rising in your examination. Okay, so the next question which I have been taken is from national income accounting. Okay, the first question will be explain the macroeconomics identities. The second question, write down the some limitations of GDP as index of welfare of a country. Next, explain the numerical example to show that all the 3 methods estimating GDP gives us the same answer. Okay, these 3 questions, question number 5, question number 6, question number 7 is I have been taken from national income accounting. Definitely from this question, 3 questions, one question is going to be asking in your examination. Okay, next question which I have taken is from money and banking. Explain the functions of money, how it overcome problem of barter system. Next, explain the story of Goldsmith Lala. Explain open market operation. If you guys are going to be studying these 10 questions, definitely at least 2 of these questions are going to be rising in the examination. 2 or 3 questions they are going to be rising in the examination. You need to prepare for this 10 question for the annual examination and preparatory examination as well. Okay, so next what I am having is 6 marks problematic questions. Okay, there will be a 6 marks problematic question is going to be asking in the examination. So if we refer the previous question paper means definitely one question they are going to be rising for the 6 marks problem. So I haven't taken like 4 marks, 6 marks problems. Under that, one question is going to be definitely rising in the examination. Okay, the first question which I have been taken is from production and cost. A firm SMC schedule is just shown in the following table. TFC is rupees 100. Find out the TVC, TC, AVC, SAC schedule of a firm. Okay, they will give like TVC. We need to find out like TVC, TC, AVC, SAC schedule of a firm. Next, they will give like output and SMC. Output 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and SMC nil, 500, 300, 200, 300, 500, 800. We need to find out like TVC, TC, AVC, SAC of the firm. Okay, so the next question for the 6 marks problematic also is from production and cost. So the question will be like this. The following table gives us the average product schedule APL. Find out total product, marginal product schedule of the labor. They will give like APL and they will give like labor and APL. We need to find out like TPL and MPL. So I already made the video for this both the problems. Please do watch my old videos. Okay, you will get the answer for these ones. Okay, so these 2 questions which they are going to be asked, maybe asked for the examination is from production and cost. Okay, so the next question which I have been taken is for the 6 marks problematic question is from national income accounting. Suppose the GDP MP of a country in a particular year was rupees 3,000 crores. Net factor income from abroad 500 crores. The depreciation was rupees 450 crores. The value of indirect taxes 300 crores. Complete the following table. So this question last year they have been asked for the 6 marks. They will give like the identities. We need to find out the values. Okay, the similar type of question is from national income accounting. Here they will give us like sub questions we need to answer. Okay, the question will be like this. Suppose the GDP MP of a country in a particular year was 1,000 crores. Net factor income from abroad 100 crores. The depreciation was rupees 250 crores and the value of net indirect taxes was rupees 200 crores. Answer the following. Find NDPMP, find out GNPMP, find out NNPMP, find out NNPFC. Which one is called national income? Is GNP always greater than national income? If you guys are going to be referring this 6 marks problematic questions means definitely one question is going to be asking in your examination. So for this question I already made the video. Okay, I already early on I made the video. Please do watch that old video to get an idea how to solve the problems. If you guys are going to be learning these 6 marks theory questions and problematic questions, means definitely you are going to be writing all the 6 marks question. So they will ask like 5 questions, you need to write like 3 questions. If you guys are referring this questions, means you are going to be writing at least 3 questions, which will be more than enough for the 6 marks. Okay, next, what I have been taken is project oriented question. Okay, the project oriented questions, there will be they are going to be asking like 3 questions. We need to answer for the 2 questions, so that will be for 10 marks. The first question which I have been taken is from theory of consumer behavior. The second question which I have been taken is from market equilibrium, and the third question which I have been taken is from national income accounting. For this question also I have been made the videos. Please do watch my old videos to get the to know the answer for this one. Okay, so this will is going to be asking this these questions are going to be asking for 10 marks. Okay, 5 each. Next, 2 marks questions. 2 marks questions. So these questions, they are going to be, at least they are going to be asking 3 questions out of this one. So the questions which I have been taken for the 2 marks, like name, mention, state, list, write the difference between types questions. Definitely these types of questions they are going to be asking in the examination. At least 4 questions they are going to be asking these types questions. If you guys are going to be learning these types questions, please definitely it will easy for you guys to score an examination. Okay, the first question, mention the central problems of an economy. Next, mention the 2 types of approaches which can explain consumer behavior. Next, list out the factors that determine an optimal choice of consumer. Next, name the 2 effects that explain the negative slope of demand curve. Mention any 2 types of price elasticity of demand. Write any 2 factors that determine price elasticity of a demand for a good. Write any 2 factors that determine price elasticity of a good. List out the basic activities. List out basic economic activities. Mention the types of returns to scale. Name the short-run cost. Mention the conditions for profit maximization by a firm under perfect competition. Next, mention the determinants of supply curve. Write any 2 possible ways in which simultaneous shift of both demand and supply curves. Next, what are the factors of production? Mention its rewards. Next, what do you mean by externality? Mention its rewards. Mention the types of externalities. Next, mention the 3 methods of measuring GDP of national income. What are the factors which cause change in aggregate demand? What are the 2 components of consumption function? Mention any 2 direct and indirect tax of central government. Mention the components of planned expenditure. Next, write any 2 objectives of government budget. Mention the non-tax revenues of central government. If you guys are going to be learning this type of questions, means definitely 3 or 4 questions they are going to be asking in the examination. So the next 2 marks question which I have been taken is from like difference between types of question for 2 marks. Okay, the first question, definitely one question is going to be asking for the difference between for the 2 marks. The first question will be distinguish between micro and macroeconomics. Next, distinguish between positive and normative economics. Next, what are the difference between budget line and budget set? Next, write the difference between stock and flow. Give an example. Next, what is the difference between consumer goods and capital goods? Next, write the difference between nominal and real GDP. Write the difference between public provision and public production. Next, write the difference between surplus budget and deficit budget. State the difference between which public goods and private goods. If you guys are going to be learning these 2 marks difference between question, means at least 1 question is going to be asking in your examination. Okay, next, 2 marks theory types questions. Okay, sentence types questions. At least you need to write in the 4 sentences types question. The first question for the 2 marks is, what do you mean by inferior goods? Give an example. What is monotonic preference? State the law of demand. What do you mean by price elasticity of demand? What is MRS? What is isoquant? What is long run cost? Give the meaning of shutdown point. Write the meaning of opportunity cost with an example. Give the meaning of accumulation and decumulation of inventory. What is transfer of payment? Give an example. Give the meaning of intermediate goods with the help of with an example. Next, state the meaning of retail price and wholesale price. Give the meaning of intermediate goods with an example. Next, 2 marks probability questions. At least one question is going to be asking in your examination. Okay, suppose the price elasticity of for a good is minus 0.2, as will be expenditure on the good will be effect if there is an 10% increase in the price of the good. Okay, you need to find out the price elasticity of demand for a good. Next, find out the market supply where the supply curve of two producers S1P is equals to P minus 20 and S2P P is equals to 10 respectively. Next, if the real GDP is 300, nominal GDP is 330, calculate GDP deflator. Next, if the value of MPC is 0.75, calculate the value of MPS and investment multiplier. Next, give the with the given consumption function C is equals to 100 plus 0.85, when autonomous consumption changed to 200, find out the new consumption function and identify the value. If this, at least there will be a 2 marks question. At least one question they are going to be asking for the 2 marks. Definitely from this 5 question you are going in the examination, one question is going to be asking in the examination. Please do prepare for the 2 marks problems question also. Next, I have been taken is from 1 marks problematic questions. The first question: suppose a consumer suppose to a consumer 4 oranges gives 28 units of total utility and 5 oranges gives 30 units of total utility. Calculate the marginal utility. Next, if the demand curve of two consumers are D1P is equals to 10 minus P and D2P is equals to 15 minus P respectively, find out the market demand. So if you guys are going to be learning at least there will be 2 problematic questions for the 1 marks. At least one question is going to be rising in your examination. If you guys are going to be following this video, means definitely you can score like 80 out of 80 marks in the economics. Without any doubt, you are going to be scoring 80 out of 80 in the economics, and it will help you guys to prepare well for the annual examination and preparatory examination also. So I request all the students to subscribe my channel and share my channel with your friends, and please do watch the video full. If you are guys are going to be skipping the video, means you are going to be missing lot of information. Okay, so please do subscribe my channel and share my channel with your friends, and stay tuned for the further video. Thank you very much for watching this video.